Low tide, just past 9 a.m. 65 degrees out. Pretty nice, huh, T-Rex? Yeah, it looks pretty. Looking to the north, it's pretty. Looking to the south, which I can't really do here because there's the house behind me, not so pretty. But we can certainly look at the satellite imagery. Yeah, there it is. Huge cloud stretches from just about Connecticut all the way down the coast to the Florida and off to the Bahamas. Yeah, and it's rich with tropical moisture. Let's resurrect an old saying from the winter time. If it's Thursday, there must be a warm front. There it is, warm front to our south. Notice the 1028 high barometer over the Gulf of Maine. That's responsible for sinking air, which makes sunshine. Air sinks, it warms, it dries, it makes sunshine. When that happens over the water, the air is kind of cold because the water's kind of cold. And then with the heating of the day, the barometer actually goes down over the land because the sunshine warms the land, makes less dense air, makes the pressure fall over the land, which increases the temperature gradient between the water and the air. That's why on days like today, come on flag, stand up, you have an increasing wind from the east. So it's not just a sea breeze effect today, it's a synoptic scale wind when you have a high pressure system out over the Gulf of Maine, and that causes the wind to accelerate during the day and then decrease during the evening. And then there's the northern edge of that cloud, and then there's Mrs. Sparrow singing to us. Thank you, Mrs. Sparrow, or maybe one of the children now. Whoops, I accidentally stopped recording when I was talking to the sparrow. Where was I? Oh yes, blue sky to the north, clouds to the south. And we've got the diurnal heating, which is going to cause the wind to accelerate during the day, right? And we've got some action in the tropics, very active, looking like August. And we see tropical storm Brett. Looks like it wants to go into the Caribbean, as coming through those islands as a close to Category 1 hurricane, then dissipating in the Caribbean. And the next system looks like it could be Tropical Storm Cindy, wants to travel north of the Caribbean and dissipate south of Bermuda. But each of these is infusing more tropical energy and moisture into the pattern. Let's go to the big picture. Precipitable water. This fascinating image. I can't remember the website I got it from, but it shows those waves coming off Africa. And that's the precipitable water in those darker colors. Now let's go to the big picture future for the precipitable water. We talked yesterday about that high pressure system over the North Atlantic, and that's going to be in control. This warm front comes through New England today, well, into southern New England. Actually slows down a little bit. And the precipitable water just kind of pours up from the south into New England, if not today and tomorrow, then surely through the weekend and into next week, for the rest of June, in fact. And that is a really ripe flow with some very subtle boundaries, and just on the edge of some cooler air north. It's going to tease out showers and thunderstorms every day, and with that much precipitable water, that's the amount of water in the column were it to rain out. It's 1 to 2 inches per day. So some spots could get, let's go to the 10-day QPF, quantitative precipitation forecast. You can see it just keeps coming and coming every day. It moves farther north, but there's this weird arc initially there, sort of up western New England. It's kind of on the edge of some cooler air aloft, more of a trigger to make it rain, and then it kind of spreads further east as time goes on into the end of June. They've got a request for a tuna fishing forecast. Spencer wants to go tuna fishing out of Rhode Island. How far do you got to go? Well, you're going to be heading south into a headwind. The air is going to be coming up pretty much from the south at all levels of the atmosphere. This is from the Ocean Prediction Center. There are the wind barbs, 10 to 20 knots sustained. And there's a long period swell also in there of 1 to 2 meters. So that's about 5 feet plus. So you get a long wave swell. And then on top of that, a chop. And on top of that, fog. And on top of that, chance of thunderstorms. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go tuna fishing. No thanks. You put the high pressure system south of Long Island for me instead of out over the North Atlantic. Then that's a game on. But that's not happening. This high that, a few days ago we thought was going to go south of us and cause more of a west wind. It's totally different. It's gone east of us now. And It means a lot of different things, but mostly moist flow. And we've got an egret flying by right now. You know, we've got an egret every day in here somehow. Want to go skiing, Weir? Mammoth? Who shared this image on Twitter this morning? Mammoth, still operating the lifts every day. Snow's beginning to melt, though. And I think other ski areas in California are open, but just not every day. So you have snow skiing on the solstice. Oh, yes, remember that snow forecast we made heading into the solstice? Well, it verified several feet of snow, stranding tourists in the mountains, in the Rocky Mountains from Idaho and Montana, especially into Alberta, Canada. Jasper Park, way up there. And that snow is melting. I don't think they're going to open their ski areas. A lot of birds scoping us out today. Oh yeah, blinded by the sun. Love watching the shadows. Sometimes I just look down at the shadows and I see you look up at the birds. Anyhow, the rain is slow to arrive here in the Boston area. It's another nice day today, but then we have showers and the dew point thing. There's the red line. Is the temperature getting up to near 80 with maybe a break of sunshine tomorrow, but the dew point's going up to near 70, mostly in the 60s. Water temperature getting into the 60s, so that means fog each morning burning off near the beaches, but not really beach weather. Maybe the north side of Cape Cod and wherever you can find the wind coming off the land. South side of Cape Cod will probably stay foggy. Maybe some sunny breaks around here. Yeah, the red line was the temperature. The blue line, I'm sorry, is the dew point. And there you can see it gets way up there. And then the 14-day for Boston. Are you kidding me? Showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. That'll be day 23 out of 25 with showers in New England. Then it just keeps going for the rest of the month. Oh, there, July 4th, it looks like it might stop raining. But there's really no end to that really moist air and the precipitable water. So this is our last day of low humidity. It's not going to get hot, but it's going to get really sticky. So yesterday, great day. This old house. And not Bob Vila, but Charles Lincoln Stockdale coming to the rescue. And don't call it an outdoor shower, because those are frowned upon. Call it a rinsing station. Yeah, this one's old too. Should I put those tiles back in there? Anyone do some tile work for me? But yeah, it was some pretty heavy duty repairs to this old plumbing system. But we had a great time. And hey, what's that? What is that? What'd you find? There's a piece of bread there. Who put that there? One of the birds? So the T-Rex and Chuck had a great time here. And Chuck is in the Navy. And we went over to the Hingham Shipyard. He had never been there. So we learned a lot about our history yesterday. And then, of course, great sunset. Doug Kent came over for sunset. I wish Doug and Chuck could have met. Someday. We got a lot more work to do around here, Chuck. So can't wait to have you back. I think the boiler is up next. What? Yeah, really. Come on, thanks. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention, we've been tracking that bear that first showed up, where was it? Around Kingston a week ago or so, and then came over to Scituate. Yesterday, that bear was spotted off Jerusalem Road, nice hood, in Cohasset. So apparently it's coming north along the shore. It's low tide. Can you get across the river, the back river? Come through Hingham into Weymouth? Come on, bear. We want to see a bear on the beach. All right, back to Chuck. T-Rex, enjoying a beautiful day. Are you expecting company? Oh. Chuck's here. What's he doing here? That's the guy from the shed in South Dennis. What's going on here? Cape Cod.
I made it.
Where?
All the way from
You know where you are? Over the bridge? Are you
Cop
kidding
just
me?
asked me if I was lost. I said, yeah.
Nice police. So go find a weatherman. He's always looking for a helper.
How's it going, man?
Awesome.
Hi, buddy. Hi. Hi. What do you say, T? What do you say? What do you say, buddy? What do you say? What do you say?
Watch out, we get attack birds. Yeah, so that's my praying mantis farm right down here. The Uusika, still waiting for some action on that, but there's plenty more to show you. Birds and worms and stuff. Rex, you gonna be cool over there? Cool, all right, we're going on a little tour. How tall are you? CLS. Chuck's at least 5.7 feet tall, and those peas, he's gonna look up at him. That's pretty funny.
I want to check this gauge.
Oh yeah, I haven't emptied it since Saturday.
Oh, jeez. Well, we got, if this were accurate, we have
It is.
0.65.
Yeah, that's some of the Saturday downpours. I haven't emptied it yet.
0.66.
Oh, I mean, much. He says, "What am I gonna do with them?" I don't know. I just have fun with them. They're building blocks of life. Yeah.
Are you supposed to be turning these over all the time?
Yeah. Whenever you want, you come out and exercise. Go ahead. See what you got there. Oh, that's a good one, Chuck. I think there's a lot of vitamins in there, nutrients. You tricky. Is this your first experience with such a worm bounty?
I've never seen so many worms in my life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hot concrete. Oh, there it is.
Like a dog.
Steve, homeowners,
Well,
where's OSHA when you need them?
most of the repair people don't go that way, but I think that's so cool that you do. I can get an aerial view of the situation.
Where's OSHA when you need them?
Be sending them this video. Is that Bob Dylan? What's he singing?
Everything is broken.
Everything is broken.
See?
Yeah, right. Everything's burning
So
all the time.
I'm sweating it.
Now back to the torch. Now that we've let the water out. Wait. I see the hole. Not good.
Don't touch that.
Steve, here, Steve. Look at that. Behind his back, you couldn't even see it.
Sorry about that. On the concrete.
Ow. How many burns per week?
Don't even feel them anymore.
How many burns per week?
Just one. Just one.
Homeowner, get that camera out of my face.
Just one.
Oh, he's got a little soldier there on his thumb. Oh, there's a call. It's the dude in P-Town. Ah! Say, test it. Was it real copper? Roger King copper. That? Drop the screw. Is it the same color as the ground? Nice job.
Do you know that the smaller it is, the longer it takes to cool off?
No. That's why that screw went down, because it was too hot to handle.
It was wicked hot.
I can't believe that rusty old clip is still good.
I know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The pipe, you expand it. I'm not going to waste the ring, but you expand the ring, and then you slide it on the fitting, and it shrinks back to its original.
So it's a bit elastic, like it stretches and goes back.
It's a plastic that goes back to its original form.
Wow, but it gives you 5 seconds to work with.
Well, it gives you more than that. I mean,
In the door, new plumbing and more behind the huge armoire that we had to move. And he turns it on, and what happens?
well, pretty good to go until we get outside.
We don't see or hear water.
I'm pretty confident at that stuff.
How'd you do, Chuck? Oh, look at that shiny new. What's that stuff called? That white stuff?
Pex.
Pex. There it is. That's the one right there. Pex. Didn't burn the house down either, which is nice. Thank you.
Okay. Out the door with CLS Plumbing and more.
And more on a beautiful Wednesday. You know what they say about beautiful Wednesdays?
Oh, man.
What about the weather on Cape Cod on Saturday?
That was fun. A lot of
How'd
fun
we do?
going dump run in the rain.
How do we test it?
How do we test it? Well, let's see.
Stand right underneath it.
I'm going to blow this out. See all that crap?
I do. This is not an outdoor shower. It's called a rinsing station.
That gets into groundwater, but
Not really
it's,
following. So you're saying
I'm saying the inspectors say, don't tell me about the outdoor shower.
right because of mostly
But
the
I've had to put them on permits.
the drain situation because it gets into the water system,
I've
right?
had to put it on permits.
It's a cost. So they are legal. They just
Yeah,
gotta-
but you just have to label it as a rinsing station. But when it gets
So what about the
inspected,
soap and shampoo part? I don't care if you have soap and shampoo out there. It changes it.
when the inspector comes, you're not supposed to have your shampoo out there
What's the
So-
difference?
because now once you have shampoo and stuff, it's called a shower.
As opposed to a rinsing station.
Right.
Hmm.
Let's see if that
Kind of
works.
technicality. All right. You'd think this weatherman would have had an outdoor rinsing station more readily available than until his 5th summer here. And it took a plumber from Mayfair Road to do it.
All the way from Cape Cod.
Wait till you see what he gets for lunch. We're
Oh,
going. The McDonald's
yeah,
right up
man.
the road is
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah,
good.
yeah. I don't think McDonald's has lobster rolls.
What do you see, Rex? Good sailing weather? So the easterly wind was really enhanced by the heating of the day. And at midday it was 10 to 15 knots. Now without the heating of the day, it's just back to a synoptic flow of 5 to 10 knots. During the middle of the day, when the maximum sunshine is occurring, the sun heats the land and that creates lower pressure inland, and that's why the wind accelerates during the day. I believe the almanac said about 8:25 for sunset. It's 8:18. Who wants to get to the nitty-gritty of the actual sunset? And what's that white stuff? Oh my God, so scary. Kidding. But I'm serious about the time of the sunset. When are the Red Sox coming back to Fenway? We want them now because they're winning again. Little smoke on the horizon, but not much. Summertime 2023.